65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Far. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. First pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And some room to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He'll dump this underneath for Evans. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
To throw on 3rd down. Far. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep is DJ Chark. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wear down the other defense. We'll see.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? how do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
This defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you do?
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Lionsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coach.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. To throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Lions 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Far. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. To throw on second down. Far. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown.
KJ Hamler.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Lions 3.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line asking their quarterback for a different type of a run.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Troutman right side. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On second down, a run with Evans.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll look to throw here.
He'll flip this out to Evans.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll go with a keeper. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. On the move to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Going up top.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to come into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
So not not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
A handoff as they run the counter play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Well, a decent little gain puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame, and he's got a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Nick Bonito.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Now back to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
They'll try and throw for it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Down to about the 32. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he shortened the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key fourth down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on first down. It's Barnett. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give up the middle to Evans. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they take a knee. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging.